Hello, world and universe. Welcome to the Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. For those who are my continued followers, I want to thank you. I got to tell you, this case is coming straight out of Pennsylvania that recently happened. And it's shocking and disturbing. Officials say a Pennsylvania man who police say decapitated his father and held his head up in a video posted on YouTube while calling for the public execution of government employees, knew what he was doing when he did it. Justin Mohn acted with a clear mind, aware of his actions and proud of his consequences. Buck County District Attorney Jennifer Shorn said at a press conference on Friday. It was evident to us that he was of clear mind in his purpose and what he was doing, Ms. Shorn said. That's an important fact to us in his prosecution. On Tuesday, just this past Tuesday evening, authorities were called to the Levittown home of 32-year-old Justin Mohn after his mother discovered the decapitated body of his father, her husband, Michael Mohn, in the bathroom on the first floor. Levittown is a suburb around 25 miles northeast of Philadelphia. Officers found the head wrapped in a plastic bag inside a large pot, a machete, and a large kitchen knife in the bathtub. So they found, when she called the police, officers found the father's head, Michael Mohn. His head was wrapped in a plastic bag inside a large pot. They found a machete and a large kitchen knife in the bathtub, according to court documents. Justin Mohn faces first-degree murder, possession of an instrument of crime, and abuse of a corpse. In a grisly 14-minute video posted to YouTube on Tuesday evening, Justin Mohn held up his father's head in a plastic bag. Can you believe that? In the video titled Mohn Militia, called to arms for American patriots, he called himself. The commander of America's National Network of Militia, also known as Mohn's Militia. This guy was cuckoo as all get out. And called for patriots across the U.S. to publicly execute government employees for betraying their country. His father, to give you a backstory on his father, who worked for the federal government for 20 years, he said is now in hell for eternity. Justin Mohn said in the video, Michael Mohn was a 68-year-old employee of the Army Corps of Engineers. Justin Mohn also doxed the home address of a federal judge and put a bounty on the heads of federal government employees. While he targeted employees of the federal government, his threats did not apply to state government employees. So I guess he could delineate between who was a federal and state employee while he's going to decapitate his father and take over the U.S. government. But he could figure out the difference between the state employee and federal employee. Man, what a cuckoo. The video posted online by Mohn racked up more than 5,000 views before YouTube removed it. It is amazing how so many people of these YouTube viewers will watch prison stories, will watch all kind of salacious, denigrating rap music. I know this story is gory, but this story is for educational purposes and to raise our level of consciousness and awareness to all the craziness around us. I am not trying to exacerbate or perpetualize the craziness that takes place. I just want my viewers to be aware. So 5,000 people looked at the YouTube video with his decapitated dad's head in a bag before they removed it. I would never look at that. Authorities said Justin Mohn fled the scene in his father's white Toyota Corolla to Fort Indiantown Gap, around 100 miles away, the site of a large National Guard training center. He drove the vehicle through the center's barricades and climbed a barbed wire fence. Local police were able to track him by pinging his phone and arrested him without incident. He didn't go out in a blaze. I guess he was conscious and aware that he didn't want to be murdered like he just killed his dad. It's amazing how he can come in and out of normalcy or consciousness, but then go off and do something really crazy. Upon his arrest, he told officers he went to the center in an attempt to convince the National Guard to take up arms against the federal government. He also indicated that he wanted to speak to Governor Shapiro to join forces, referring to Governor Josh Shapiro of Pennsylvania. Justin Mohn was also armed with a 9mm handgun, missing one round. He shot his dad in the head and then decapitated him. Justin Mohn legally purchased a firearm the day before his father's death, according to attorney Shorn. He handed over a medical marijuana card so that he would be eligible to legally own a gun, a fact that Shorn said shows his clear state of mind in planning the crime. Justin Mohn had no history of diagnosed mental health issues. Unbelievable. This man has went around for 30 years with all this crazy thoughts. This just all of a sudden happened. I don't believe that. I don't know how he's been able to escape the normalcy of life and never had any of this exposed, that he had all this nutty craziness going on inside his head. An autopsy of the elder Michael Mohn found that he was shot in the head before he was decapitated. Court records show that Justin Mohn sued the federal government twice in the last 2 years over student loans that he took out to earn a bachelor's degree in agribusiness management from Penn State University in 2014. In the first lawsuit, he blames affirmative action laws as now costing him job opportunities as an overeducated white man. Of course, his case was dismissed. Justin Mohn is scheduled to appear in court February the 8th, so he just appeared in court 2 days ago. This is an active court case that is taking place as we speak, right out of Pennsylvania, where this young man decapitated his own father's head, put it in a bag, and tried to display it in a video on YouTube. Wow, what is this world coming to? There are some really, really troubled and deranged individuals. Mental illness, I'm telling you, is at the top of the food chain with some of the issues that we're having in America, along with the opioid crisis, homelessness, joblessness, inept inner city public schools, and of course, gun violence. We have to do better in America and focus on our people here before we have complete civil unrest. And there is definitely a public safety issue that is taking and sweeping across our country. This is a very troubling case. I don't know. They're going to have 20 eyeballs on this gentleman when he finally gets convicted of this crime and goes to the penitentiary for the rest of his life. And we know that there's not much rehabilitation that goes on in prison. And he is going into prison as a cuckoo. And they are going to have to watch him because he will probably turn into a Jeffrey Dahmer type and or create all kinds of chaos and lunacy while he spends the rest of his life in jail. Mental illness is a real deal. This is a real story. Let's manifest our truth in the right direction. Be positive, loving, and God-fearing. Thank you for listening to the Trevor Donald Experience.